Hello, friends of CASA de AMMA. Well, 2020 is almost over, and I'm sure we are all grateful for that. In March, we were all shocked to find out that a virus was going to force us to change our daily lives that we have become so accustomed to. It was during this time that CASA de AMMA learned that so much that allows the residents of CASA to thrive and be independent was now in jeopardy. While we began our stay-at-home orders, residents saw their jobs and many special community relations placed on an unforeseen hold. 15 days turned into 8 months, and while regulations have changed some, 2020 has left us all with a great deal of uncertainty. Throughout all the difficulty, the adults at CASA have shown a tremendous positivity, resilience, and willingness to make the best of a very difficult situation. Very early on, we observed that though a job may need to be placed on leave, or while community activities placed on hold, not even a global pandemic can take away what makes CASA special: the heartfelt and meaningful supportive relationships. COVID-19 placed on hold much of what made CASA fun and unique, and while it brought in new anxieties and uncertainties, it couldn't change the amazing support network offered by the CASA staff, that they have remained undeterred from our mission and wouldn't let the threat of COVID stop them from supporting each resident in a unique and dignified manner. We had originally planned to host our 7th annual benefit dinner this year, but that, like so many other plans, is not meant to be. Instead, starting today, we're offering a concise virtual fundraising opportunity that will go throughout the end of the year. We hope you'll consider supporting us as we look to continue to meet the needs of our residents in 2020 and far beyond. At this time, I'd like to invite you to hear the perspective of our residents and staff on how the last 8 months have gone.
So when COVID first came around, I was a little scared, shocked, because I didn't know what to expect.
I feel that it'll be forever, but I know that it's just temporary.
What I really got scared of is what's happening. Why are people set in their rooms? Why are people set in their houses? Why aren't people going out and doing things?
I definitely would say that, during COVID, it definitely can be a very dark and difficult place to be in. But the amazing thing about that is that I have over 30 people to lift me up every single day.
Just knowing that they're there, and they're there for support.
Even though COVID is bad, it cannot take away our friendship and the support of the staff.
They're here to support us in anything that we need help with, and for them to be with those that are here during the time of COVID is just amazing. It's just a relief to me, and I pray to God that they keep going with doing what they're doing even when COVID is over.
I would like to give the health staff a big shout out, but not only the health and wellness staff, everybody, because we're in this together.
With all the restrictions that COVID has brought and all the guidelines, I think our residents have had access to 24-hour support. They've had access to social opportunities. They've had access to fun activities and enjoyable activities. For example, we were able to bring the Kona ice truck to serve shaved ice in a social distance setting with masks prior to eating in our parking lot and garden. There are activities such as a car wash activity, which interestingly our staff have been able to make a very fun activity and possibly a business post-COVID. They've been able to enjoy social distance dinners in our grotto, with beautiful lighting and atmosphere. There's a coffee bar on Saturdays that our residents thoroughly enjoy, in which our staff actually take on different persona to make it really an event versus, just serving coffee. So I think, again, that speaks very highly to the dedication of all of our staff here at CASA, and really trying to make each experience, granted very different now that we are experiencing COVID-19 guidelines, but really an enjoyable experience, an event, and something hopefully that brings some positivity and some optimism for our residents on a daily basis.
Of course, it's a beautiful building in a beautiful environment, and it provides the safety that we feel really good about for Kristen, but yet fosters independence. But it's really the staff that make the difference. I don't know how CASA manages to keep finding awesome people to work there, but they do.
Once everything is lifted and some restrictions are being lifted, some of them, not all, but some, I would like to have a blowout with friends and our parents and our families, either have a big, huge blowout breakfast and have jumpers for the little kids and their families, or everyone just get together and have one big party with a DJ that we're all aware of.
Well, I certainly hope you've enjoyed the brief glimpse into the resiliency and strength each of our residents has shown during this difficult year. This year hasn't been easy, but I want to especially thank the wonderful staff at CASA who have risked their own safety for the benefit of the residents. Instead of our usual practice of having a live auction, we are asking a straightforward request for you to please consider. This year we've been very fortunate as Veronica and Brian Grazer have generously offered to match every donation made up to $100,000. Thank you to Veronica and Brian. We appreciate your amazing generosity. This year's fundraising efforts will focus on two main areas. First, COVID has taken its toll on our finances, and we don't want to suffer a year-end shortfall. We would appreciate any efforts on the part of our donors to help us make up for our increased expenses and lost revenue by giving to our 2020 Fundraiser General Fund. These donations will be used to be sure we can offset losses and continue to run our program at full staff capacity without subsequently needed fee increases. The other fundraising opportunity this year is the COVID-related Needs Fund. COVID has caused many direct increases in expenses, such as extra building sanitization, purchasing PPE, financial aid to families who have lost their jobs, and much, much more. Additionally, we'd like to raise money for needs that are likely upcoming, such as the ability to test residents and staff regularly, pay for extra staffing needs, and purchase medical supplies we would need should people become sick. This COVID-related Needs Fund will be specifically for needs caused by COVID, both now and into the future. Please consider passing this video on to friends and family and encouraging them to listen to the inspiring stories. We would also ask that you consider a donation before year-end to help us continue to successfully fulfill our mission. All donations can be made at our website, casadeamma.org. On behalf of Casa de Amma, I want to thank all of you for your time and support. Here's to a better 2021 and the continued support and success of all the men and women who call Casa de Amma home.